All right, I want to talk baseball, and I want to call something up here on the iPad, so bear with me for a second. I can't keep talking, though. The World Series is about to start, and this year it's the Dodgers against the Yankees. And, a lot of the sort of naysayers, they hate that it's the Yankees and the Dodgers. They think it's the big money franchises. So what's your take on that, then?
Which hasn't happened in over 40 years, I believe.
Right. 81 was the last time.
81.
Yeah.
Thing about baseball, and I'm a big baseball fan. Way back from the beginning, I kept track of Maris and Mantle in 1961 when they were trying to break Babe Ruth's record. Maris eventually did. So my first love has always been baseball.
Right.
But it got to the point where once the regular season was over and the Mariners season was over, which happens way too often.
Right.
And I am a Mariners fan.
Right. Me too. We're suffering Mariners fans.
I wouldn't watch much of the playoffs because baseball really dragged.
Right.
It just went on forever. A playoff game would go 4.5 hours, which is stupid.
Yeah.
The rules they implemented this year in baseball with a pitch clock and couldn't only step out of the box or call a timeout has picked up the pace of the game where it's much, much more enjoyable.
Way more fun. Those games we went to this year, because Dennis and I always attend a few games. We love
2.5 hour games.
And they are 2.5, 240, and it's so much more fun. All right, so since it's the Yankees and in the World Series against the Dodgers.
I'm terrible with trivia.
Dennis has not seen this. I haven't even brought it up to you. Maybe you're aware of this. I don't know, but you're quick on the fly here. Get your glasses. Okay. And what this is, it's the payroll this year, 2024, after what they made in revenue the year before. So just take a look, and if you'll see, read it out loud maybe, find the Dodgers and then find the Yankees. And it's fascinating, I think.
Let's see. Dodgers are number 5, revenue of $549 million. Last year. A payroll this year of $330.
Right. So
they made a hell of a lot of money.
They could have gone even higher, but still their payroll and then is like responsible in a way, is my point, I guess. And then find the Yankees.
Yankees. Revenue, $679 million last year. Payroll this year, $316 million.
Right.
So the Dodgers, actually there's only one team that had a higher payroll than both those teams, and that was the Mets.
And that was the Mets, right.
Yeah.
And their revenue was less last year. So this table shows us that they spent, 87% of their total revenue towards this year's salary.
Now, let's get down to the real stuff. Seattle Mariners in 2023, revenue of $396 million. $396 million.
Right.
Their payroll this year, $160 million.
I know. Which tells us that, this is that whole thing.
Can I cuss?
Well, you can.
You'll bleep.
Well, you can cuss. Who cares?
Oh, shit.
But that's a good point of perception versus reality, because the perception might be that the Mariners, they don't make a lot of money. They got to keep that payroll down or do the best they can with it. Yeah. And yet they could have paid more than they did. And then it teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers, in some ways, yes, they could have gone higher. They did go fairly high, but they were somewhat responsible too. And yet they're in the World Series. So it's, again, it's easy to make that knee-jerk claim that, it's just the most expensive franchises got in. And I don't know, the data suggests that it's not quite exactly like that.
I know it. Well, all I know is I still refer to the Mariners' payroll and their revenue from last year and those $18 beers at T-Mobile Park.
I know.